First is watch your attitude. Be polite and kind, and the first rule of etiquette is to practice it all the time. You cannot be courteous, polite, and kind towards some people and not to others, unless you want to have a reputation of being a two-faced person. In that case, you're setting up yourself to fail. Courtesy costs nothing but buys everything. Anything that money cannot buy, you buy it with courtesy. And I have picked 3 instances which are usually taken for granted but play a big role towards success. One is being on time. It is rude to be always late. We know things can happen, so get there a little early as a cushion to whatever worse that can happen. In the classroom, it is considered a disrespect to the teacher who's been there 15 minutes earlier than you. We have to respect their time. Same is true with dates or appointments, and as a caregiver, being on time is critical. Another that is probably being ignored all the time is your humor. Everyone loves a good joke, but not everyone loves the same joke. So watch out, consider your audience. Anything that comes out from your mouth reflects who you are and your attitude. Let us include cursing, even if it's just an expression. If it's done in front of children or the elders, it says a lot about yourself. And finally, according to W.A. Proudfoot, be conscientious. And being conscientious, you think before you act, and you care about doing a good job. You resist behaviors that could harm your ability or reputation. You avoid procrastination and tend to live longer and avoid cognitive impairment later in life. Because many studies have found that highly conscientious people pay more attention to eating healthy and taking exercises. So that is your first. Secondly, show up to succeed. According to my online source, 80% of success is showing up. But of course, physical presence is not enough. Now, decide whether the following behaviors constitute showing up for you. And let me know what works for you on the comment box. Be flexible. Life happens. Things will come up. People get sick, have to move, experience an unforeseen life event, and the like. Expect the unexpected. And if you go derailed, just get back on track. You've heard of people who begin a regular exercise program and then give up completely because they missed 1 or 2 workouts? That explains why they fail. Second, take consistent, imperfect action. Consistency is an entrepreneur's greatest asset. Keep trying, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Even if something won't be perfect, well, nothing ever is. Do it anyway. Some people fail because they don't take action until conditions are perfect. They wait until they have just the right certifications, just the right funding, just the right tools, just the right people, and then they wait for just the right timing. Well, guess what? Things are never going to be perfect, so take action today. Look at your results and make adjustments to get better results next time. Tim Elmer said, "You can't steer a parked car." Now, third, have an attitude of stick-to-itiveness. Some of your ideas will flop. It happens to every entrepreneur. If it doesn't happen to you, that means you're not really putting yourself out there. So expect failure. Recognize failure as an opportunity, as just another stepping stone to success. Remember, everything is figure out able. Learn from your mistakes and failures and be ready to pivot or change direction when things don't work out at first. Fourth, go beyond your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is not where you get your self-actualization. To get the results you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. And that won't be comfortable. Indeed, outside our comfort zone is uncomfortable. This process never ends. As you go beyond your comfort zone, it expands and you have to venture further out. Each level of success you reach leads to the next boundary of your comfort zone. You have to keep expanding that boundary. Fifth, put on the mindset of a scientist. Treat everything as an experiment. Always be testing and learning something. Try stuff and see what happens. Don't take the results personally. It's an experiment. Don't say, well, that failed. That means I'm no good. I'm not cut out for this. I'm a failure. Instead, say, well, that didn't work. Let's see if this one will. For some people, this process is boring, but for others, this works. Now, number 6 is focus. Even if you have other things on your plate that are valuable and interesting, commit to one endeavor to give yourself the best chance of success. Fleeting from one undertaking to another can lead to destruction or overwhelm, and eventually unfinished projects. Bring something to success first before moving on to the next thing. This reminds me of an old proverb that says, a rolling stone gathers no moss. And number 3, which probably should be number 1, is reading and following instructions. As simple as following instructions in an examination, it's not because that you saw true or false that you assume that if it's true, you write T, and if it's F, you write F. Why is it important to follow instructions as a caregiver? Following instructions can preserve one's health and well-being, and it is a necessary skill for a quality life. Rules are necessary for every well-functioning society. Professionals that do not follow instructions place themselves and other people at a greater risk for injury and death. And students who does not follow or read instruction and follow instruction fail in their examination. That is tough, yeah? But I'm not bitter.